Agriculture on the move.
Agricole mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Well, hello again, St. Lucia, and welcome to the program, Agriculture on the Move. My name is Phillip Sydney, your host. Well, it's that time again, World Food Day 2017, and with me in studio is Mr. Dwayne Mendes, who is the Managing Director for Rhythm FM Inc., and he's also in charge of Pork Fest 2017. Next to him is Mr. Hisley Jean, who is the Category Manager of Wines and Spirits. Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Well, thank you for having us.
Well,
Thank you.
as you are aware, World Food Day is normally commemorated on the 16th of October every year. It's a FAO activity, and this is commemorated worldwide. Of course, it's to really look at hunger, the availability of food for everybody. There is a problem for accessibility of food, and of course you can understand why, transportation-wise to the far ends of the world. But thank God, St. Lucia, we have enough to eat, and that is why we can have a pork festival and we can have a World Food Day. Before I really get into the ministry's end of it, I want just to give a little background. We were supposed to have World Food Day, which we did last year, and the venue was at Fondor. We were planning for it as from May this year, and we were hoping to have it on the 15th of October because Monday is the 16th of October. But here we heard an ad blazing over, Rhythm FM and the likes, and there's another activity called Pork Fest on that same day, and then everybody's worried now because they are ahead of us, they're advertising already. So we're wondering, what are we going to do? But then we realized, what I'm thinking here, while I was brushing my teeth, I was telling somebody, I'm thinking my brain waves are ticking, and I'm thinking, collaborations, scarce resources, let's join together. The ministry has a livestock industry where we're producing swine production, and the output is pork. So it's World Food Day, so why not? So I was able to get in touch with Dwayne, well, via Mr. Ramjatan Barron's Foods, because it's a Barron's Foods initiative. So I was able to get in touch with Dwayne, who is the organizing gentleman in that regard. And he gave me his formula, and we had a meeting. And of course, Dwayne, I think over to you. I think you can take it from there.
Right. When I got the call, I was very excited because collaborations like these that I would like to see happen more often, because I know it costs the government quite a bit of money to put on such activities.
Definitely.
And with me having the corporate support of for private corporations, together with the government, I can save the government quite a bit of money to put on their activity, their exhibitions, etc. So I was very excited, and I know that rather than being competing again, it will be great for everybody to just come together and create this great event. Okay. It's been 3 years now, and we're doing Pork Festival. We've learned a lot. We've had our ups and downs, but we've always managed to please the people, please everybody who comes. This year, with all the new support and our new presenting sponsor, which is CPJ, we intend to even do bigger and better things. We've had a problem with black pudding. We've had a problem with pork running out. So this year, hopefully we have that under control and we have all of that taken care of. And it's not because we didn't have enough pork per se. It's just that the masses and the quantities that was being consumed.
It's always the case, I mean, we have had World Food Day activities. I remember some time ago we had it in Choisey, and then by the time it was 12:30, food ran out.
Yeah, people love food.
So it's not been a major issue, but just certain pork meals run out, like roast pork maybe, or jerk pork, you know. And the vendors are very proud to say, I'm sold out,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
So they're very happy.
They're making money.
Yeah. But we've grown, and the festival has grown, and now we have a new location at VG Field, and a flat fee of $20, and then we have international entertainment among great national entertainment, and we have all the folk, because it's a very, very long day, so we have steel pan, folk bands, and everything, and so we have, and it's fun for the entire family. Kids under 13 are free. We have a kids zone. We have desserts. So it's really what we wanted to accomplish with our International Pork Festival was a family fun day.
Right.
And we've always accomplished that. And this year we have covered a lot more areas, I should say, to make it even better. You know, when we started off 2 years ago, we wanted to bring in an international act, but we know Rome wasn't built in a day, so we had to build the festival up to a point where we give the corporates, citizens and sponsors an opportunity to get comfortable with what we're doing. And we've done that, and everybody's happy. So we're still open-minded. We're gonna keep an open mind to the festival and where we can make it even better. So we're going into this with a very open mind, but we know that we have a track record of it being very successful, and we have no issues or qualms with executing. So we're expecting quite a great turnout on October 15th.
Great, okay. Hisley,
yes.
Tell us something. You are working with CPG. Tell us, give us a little background. What is CPG? Because the people have been asking me, and I don't know the acronym of CPG.
Well, first of all, we're happy to be on board. We're happy to be partnered with Rhythm FM and also Baron Foods. It's our first time. CPG actually stands for Caribbean Producers Jamaica. We opened up in maybe 3 years ago, and now Caribbean Producers Jamaica.
Where's St. Lucia coming from?
So we opened in St. Lucia now. Initially, it's a Jamaican company, and Jamaica wanted to open a business in St. Lucia, and they chose to partner with the Double Bottling Company, and so it's a partnership between these two companies. So hence CPJ, Caribbean Producers Jamaica, St. Lucia.
So CPJs?
Well, you may say so. Yes. But CPJ is into distribution. We distribute whatever you need for the hotels, hospitality, foods, produce, frozen, and we also do wines and spirits. So it's a wide portfolio that we carry, and some of the hotels that we started off with supplying to Sandals, and then we branch out into the various hotels. So it's been a wonderful experience from the beginning, and like we said, we always wanted to align ourselves with an event. A lot of these persons, like you asked, wanted to know what is CPJ and what does CPJ stand for, who are these people, and then therefore we need to align ourselves with something that can have our names out in the forefront. And no better opportunity than the event Pork Fest.
But will you all have an opportunity there also to let people know who is CPJ? You know, some sort of educational promotion kind of thing, just that people know, instead of asking and people don't know?
Right, so in terms of educating the public on CPJ, we will be also featuring different booths, our culinary booths and our spirits booths. And in that booth, we will be sectioned also paraphernalias and different literatures that we can let people know what CPJ is about, where CPJ is, what you can find at CPJ, and you know the different offers and different deals that you can get from CPJ. A lot of persons don't know that CPJ actually supports local farming. We actually purchase from farmers. We purchase from farmers, we purchase from pork farmers, we purchase watermelons, we purchase different produce, and we sell to the hotels. So it's a foreign company partnering with a local company, St. Lucian company, and so we make the opportunity for local farmers. So it's not like taking away from what St. Lucia stands for and the farming industry stands for and the industry itself.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so you're going to our first break. When I come back, I want to ask a little more about your partnership with our local farmers. All right?
Right.
Okay. You're watching Agriculture on the Move. We're due for our first break. Back soon.
The Pesticides and Toxic Chemicals Control Board reminds all importers of such chemicals that according to the Pesticides and Toxic Chemicals Act, only chemicals which have been registered and granted approval by the board can be legally imported for use in St. Lucia. Agricultural and household chemicals that are not licensed for use in St. Lucia can be harmful to its users and the general public. Before placing orders, importers are advised to check the approved list of pesticides or household chemicals to ensure that they can be legally imported. An import license must be obtained from the Research and Development Division of the Ministry of Agriculture and must be submitted to the Customs and Excise Department to facilitate the clearance of the consignment. For further information, contact the Ministry of Agriculture's Research Division at Union or call telephone numbers 468-5600 or 468-5602.
Welcome back to the program, Agriculture on the Move. We are talking World Food Day, Pork Festival, the headline under the umbrella of World Food Day. Mr. Mendes, I need to find out, for example, I know you, how many pork vendors are you having? And I also want to know, you are headlining Barron's Foods and all the condiments and the seasonings. How is that married?
Okay, maybe I should start from the beginning. Before I started radio stations, I was a promoter. I did events. I did events in Miami, New York, Jamaica, Trinidad.
So go boog.
Yeah, you know. So my passion is events. And my background is events. Okay. And I actually started the radio stations as a means to an end for the events. Okay. Because what I noticed, I was getting a lot of other entities very popular through my events, and I had a few bad situations where I would be advertising a young people event, and the radio station that I invested in, for some reason, would change their format of that week, and they would go old school, which would minimize my advertising on them when my event is for young people. So I said, well, you know, let me try to control that. Hence, I have 2 radio stations, one for older folks, one for younger people. Yeah, that's how that all came up, because I realized that when the radio stations switch their format, it affects my business. So I would imagine it affects other people's businesses too, where the target audience may be 18 to 25 or 16 to 25, and the station is playing 35 and over music.
In other words, you must choose one.
You must choose.
In fact, while you're there, before you can continue, I want to get our agricultural information programs on both of your radio stations. Yes. Because I don't know if you know, but you know, to get your license, you need the government has.
Yes, I know. And we play GIS also.
Yes. Okay.
You've mentioned it, and I have been making time slots for you.
Great.
Yeah.
Great,
so we've been working with that.
Yeah. But going back to Barron's now.
Yeah. So I went to them with. And I like to do things with sponsors in mind, with the corporate sponsors in mind. Great. And my background in events, I don't only want to do bacchanal. I wanted to do something family and food. And I realized that I think it's the International Food Fair was dying down, and it did not survive. So I went to him and I told him that I had an idea to do something with food. It would be a pork festival. And his first reaction was, pork? Isn't that a little taboo? I said, well, I think that's why it will get people's attention, is because it's pork. And for some reason, people who eat pork have this love and passion for pork, and they're defenders of the pork movement, you know. So I told him I think it would be great to do a pork festival. And at the time, I did not realize they had pork festivals around the world. I really did not know that. He said it's a great idea, and I explained to him what it would do for him. He was all on board because he can use his spices, he can use his ketchups, peppers, etc., to help the vendors season their pork, etc. So what we do every year, all the registered vendors, and this year we have over 18 registered vendors at this time, we give them packages from our sponsors.
Okay.
So both packages from CPJ, which would be, CPJ would give them free stuff and a price list and discounts, etc. And Baron Food gives them a box of spices, ketchups, etc., so that they can use. Good, and that's how they came to be. So they are the title sponsor, and as a result of being with us for the last 2 years, it's called the Barnes International Pork Festival.
Oh, great.
It's presented now by CPJ.
Great. I just want the public to know, because I held back that little part here after my meeting with Dwayne, and we were all excited about it. I went back to the ministry and run it by the PS. And of course, he was excited, and he asked me to run it by the minister. The minister got more excited, you know, and we are now at the point where the event is going to happen. We are assisting financially to ensure that it works out. And don't forget, we have a theme in mind. As you know, we said it was change the attitude of migration, invest in food security, and production. So it's a marriage that you will see happening with pork in the end, but there is a streamline. The whole idea is there is a village for us, that there's a World Food Day village where you will come in and it will be educational. You will see the service providers from the ministry will be producing. You will see output by the other service providers like the banks and the credit unions. And of course, the farmers will come on board. You'll have little farm modules showing how the pork is being produced, how the biogas is being you know, captured and being reused, value added to a number of things. So it is not just a festival, but it's an educational festival. A lot of demonstration. A lot of demonstration. Of course, there'll be a lot of cooking demonstrations, and which I suppose you will mention. Right. But going back to the farmers, your little intervention and marriage with the farmers, where you'll buy farmers' produce. How did you all come about that?
Well, it started off where CPJ coming in, we wanted to give back. And in terms of not excluding the farmers or any businesses related, we wanted to say, well, okay, we're here to give a service also, create employment, provide a service, and how can we uplift even the farming industry? So hence, we do to the hotels a lot of produce, a lot of poultry, a lot of, you know, pork and different stuff, meats. And also, there's a difference in what is produced locally and what is imported. And where can we reach out to get what is produced locally? So there we engage the farmers. We say, okay, we're open. We're open so you can bring in your produce, your farming, and we bring in your produce, and then we can help you distribute to the hotels. So we purchase from them, and then we extend to the hotels as well.
As far as quality is concerned, how do you all measure quality? In other words, the farmers produce, I mean, I'm sure there are specific cuts and what you all require. How do you all manage that?
Well, at CPJ, we buy the carcasses.
The entire carcass?
Right. And we also have in-house a cutting room. So we can cut to specific size. When we receive orders from the hotels, they can identify what sizes of cuts they want, and we can cut and package, vacuum pack. Everything is temperature controlled. There's the whole works. Everything is to the T to the law, in other words. So, and then everything rolls out. It's you identifying what is the specifics that you want in terms of purchasing, and then also the hotels sending in the orders to the specific, and we do the cutting and we send out in delivery.
Okay. Now, in terms of buying local, do you all have a specific amount you all purchase local, or you all have, you all have a total ceiling that you all need, say, on a monthly basis? But if you all cannot get local, you import.
There are some things that are better off buying locally, and some that are better off buying internationally because of the demand and the supply. We buy locally what we cannot get our hands on a regular basis, so we source it out locally. In terms of quantity purchase, it will have to do with what would be worth our while in terms of minimum quantities and maximum quantities. You would not purchase something too little amount, you know, just to, you know, it wouldn't worth our while. It's not worth our while. So
you all buy meats, and you all also buy vegetables also?
Right, produce as well.
Okay, right. Okay, great. And so you all deal with farmers individually, or you all deal farmer groups?
We deal with farmers individually, and also we deal with groups as well.
Okay, great. Okay, we due for another break. You're watching Agriculture on the Move, due for our second break. Back soon.
Do you know what a GMO is?
A genetically modified organism. it's a genetically modified organism.
That's absolutely right. A GMO is a plant or animal organism which contains genes taken from a different plant or animal to create a set of desired characteristics. For example, a gene taken from a fish and infused in the cellular membrane of a tomato to create a frost-resistant tomato. The technology is designed to improve the quality of agricultural produce for consumption, but its long-term effects are not known. Join the Ministries of Agriculture and Sustainable Development in implementing the National Biosafety Framework aimed at providing information on GMOs and LMOs in ensuring that they are used, handled and transported in a manner that is safe to the environment and human health.
Welcome back. Dwayne, give us a little more as we come to the end of our final segment. The door prize, the works, give us some details.
Okay, we have an international act this year, who is Glenn Washington, with his slew of hits and his repertoire. We have great national acts. We have Shemi J, Migos, Mata, Nerdy, Hollywood HP, Arthur Ale, and a lot more.
And the genre segment, man.
Split
in the middle.
Can't leave them
you know,
out.
so I'm getting calls every day to put on more people, and that's fine. The door is only $20. Tickets are only $20. To encourage people to buy tickets, we have a lot of door prizes with tickets. So we'll be giving away dinners, staycations, and other sponsored prizes that we have. We have a barbecue grill from M&C Home Depot to give away to our chefs, and some barbecue condiments and barbecue utensils also, because we have over $20,000 in prizes to give away.
20,000?
Yes.
Wow.
We have the best pork sauce, best pork dish. We have eating competitions, and we also have a kids zone.
Right.
Where because it is a family,
it's a family
event.
day. Yeah.
So we'll have all the bouncy castles, traditional games, lime and spoon, etc., to keep the kids active.
Yes,
you know.
Yes.
Last year, the last 2 years, what we found there was a need for a dessert station.
Right.
So we asked Ference Dairy to come on board and help us with some ice cream, cheesecakes, cupcakes, etc., that will be on sale.
Okay.
A lot of the proceeds from the kids zone, we would like to make a donation with the Red Cross to Dominica.
Oh, right.
So we're working on that. As you know, when you're entering, we'll have the agriculture exhibition of World Food Day, and how everything is in line with, from making the food to
eating the food.
To eating the food. And I would just like to say that we need more of these collaborations.
Yes, yes.
I know I've saved the government a lot of money.
Trust me.
And I'm also helping them promote their World Food Day in a different way.
Different way, correct.
You know,
correct.
and marrying it with corporate citizens and corporate partners, with the private sector. You know, because we do have the ability to flare it up and to make it wow, something that the government would not necessarily be able to do.
That's your forte.
Yes. So I can bring the entities together.
Right.
You know, I would like to also thank Soleil Events for supporting helping us bring down the International Act to help grow the event. People ask, why a Rasta, why international Act? You know?
But I have the answer, you know. I tell pork.
Well, you know, the truth is we wanted to make it a family event.
Yes.
And we wanted someone who would appeal to a very wide audience and a family. And we believe that person, Glenn Washington, is ideal for that sort of event, regardless if it's a pork festival or not.
Yes, yes.
Regardless of what it's called, it's a family event.
That's right.
You know, and as you can see, in Dominica, they don't necessarily go with heritage to attract people to come to their event.
Right.
They bring in, the entertainment has nothing to do with the theme, really.
Itself, yes,
you know, but it's what attracts people. Because you cannot force things down people's throat. Now we live in a world of choices, you know. Right. So people have choices. So you give people what they like, and then you sell them on what you want to sell them on, by attracting them to the activity, the event, or the promotion, etc.
I heard you're loving the old greasy pig, no?
Yes, we're still working on that. So, and we still have about 3 days to confirm that.
Oh, okay.
But we do have an area for it, and we're still working on it. We're trying to get the little pigs and figure out the prizes.
Yeah, but Hisley, what I hear prizes from CPG?
Well, we would be aligned with doing the spirits booth and also the culinary booths we have.
They get people drunk.
Yeah. I mean, it goes hand in hand, barbecue and roast and pork and the spirits. Because the spirits that we will be representing, which is Jack Daniels, Mount Gay and Finlandia. Jack Daniels and Mount Gay are known to be infused with culinaries and cooking and barbecue. So we will be identifying, we have identified Mount Gay chef, and we also identified a Jack Daniels chef.
So there'll be a time slot where it will be announced that particular chef will be doing his thing.
No, it's a branded station. These chefs will be branded under branded tents and stuff. So these guys will represent these particular brands. And in addition to that, we have also the bars. The bars will be branded also Jack Daniels, Mount Gay and Finlandia. And then you'll get the different cocktails and different mixes, you know, whatever they like that you need in terms to go with your specific dish of the day. We'll be giving away a lot of prizes. We actually ordered a lot of paraphernalias, T-shirts, little items and stuff that we can give away as tokens, as prize, something to have in hand to remember the brand, the occasion, and the event.
Yes, that's great, that's great, that's great.
And,
but yeah, go ahead.
And CPJ is also helping us a lot with the prizes at the doors, because they have a lot of affiliations with restaurants and hotels and stuff. So they've come on board. I must say, all the entities involved are very hands-on, and including the Ministry of Agriculture, because they want to see this event grow. They want to see it to be as being a successful event. It's way beyond. It's way beyond us.
Yes, in fact, I just about saying about saying there will be a microscope on that day, you know, to actually evaluate and to see what happens next year. Yeah, because if it's a huge success this year, I think we can sit now and tailor it again, prepare, you know, and to see how it's going to work. Yeah, and this government-private sector partnership, that's where to go. Scarce resources, you know. But let me ask you, Baron's Foods, I know at various exhibitions, he does his little thing.
He has a chef.
He has a chef.
His chef will be present.
So there'll be three main chefs.
Yes. There'll be three main booths. Let's not forget that
the vendors.
The vendors.
Of course.
The vendors have their own.
Oh yes, the little thing.
Their own thing. Not little, because they have huge followings.
Yes. Yes.
You know, Pork City, Fantastic Foods. They have their own following also. So they have, and they cook differently also. Right. But yes, Baron Foods, Jack Daniels and Monge will have their featured chefs, and you'll get what I should say, that the recipes from these chefs throughout the day.
Okay, great.
Will be available.
In addition to that, don't forget, don't only pork. I mean, the seafoods. That guys,
that's right.
Like Yard from Groselay. I mean, you talk an array of lambi and the works and the pot fish. You know, that will be there. You know, so come on, people. And of course, we have rotisserie chicken and the whole work. So it's a potpourri of meats. You know, but just pork will be the headliner. Really. Like Mortgage Heritage is the headliner.
Yeah. I must say too, when I re-examine and look, I see October as being a very packed month.
Yes.
October being also like a 2nd December.
Yes. Right. yes.
You know?
Christmas coming early.
Yes.
Or Carnival month.
Yeah,
Carnival month. Exactly. Gentlemen, I want to thank you all for being here. I don't know if I have any final words, Ahmed.
No, I'd just like to say thank you for having us. Okay. And I'm very appreciative and very humble for the opportunity to work with so many different entities and to see that something I just thought of to just blow up.
It's mushroomed.
It's mushroomed into this.
Hisley.
Yeah, we're happy to be on board. I mean, it's a good experience. We're excited, and we hope that everything goes well. We know that it will, and we want St. Lucia to appreciate what they have locally and, you know, embrace the whole pork festival and, you know, make it a better, even bigger next year as well.
Food.
And more food.
And as we eat, I just want us to remember too, we're celebrating, but just remember those persons who are out there who cannot get food.
Right.
And they're hungry, they go hungry every day. So do that in mind. Yes. Thank you, gentlemen. You've been watching Agriculture on the Move. I want to thank you, the viewers, for viewing the program. Remember, agriculture is our business, and eat fresh, St. Lucia's best. And let us eat local. If we spend local, the money stays here. we reduce our food import bill. Thank you again. I'm Phillip Sydney saying goodbye and see you again. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.
Agriculture on the move.
Agricole en mouvement.